news that's just coming in. The Comptroller and Auditor General, the CAG, has tabled its report on the Rural Employment Guarantee Act, or the MNREGA, in Parliament as it was utilized across India. Let's just go across to CNN IBN's Meetu Jain, who's accessed the first copy of this report. Joining us also Sumit Pandey. Sumit, Meetu, take us through the first details of that report.
Well, yes, it's another report that has come out of the CAG's table, Meetu. And what are the main points? You know, what is the executive summary, if you can sum up for us?
See, the most important issue right here is, Sumit, that this is a report, this is in fact the last, one of the biggest and the last CAG reports that will be coming from the CAG's table. Remember, the CAG retires on the 23rd of May. And the worry for the government really was that this is a report that's going to be embarrassing them. But for a change, the CAG actually has come out and is helping the government in the sense that the NREGA funds were to be actually implemented by the states, and most of the states have done very, very badly. For instance, if you just look at what some of the findings are, it says that if you remember, originally when this flagship program of the UPA was envisaged in 2005, that is at the beginning of UPA 1, what had been decided is 100 days of work. Now that 100 days of work has declined to 54 days in 2009 and 10, and now in last year it has declined to 43 days. So in other words, it might be a flagship program, but it hasn't really gone down very well. The second big issue is some of the states that have really done badly, Bihar, Maharashtra and Uttar Pradesh. These three states account for 46% of the rural poor. That's what this report says, but they have implemented only 20% of the central funds. So in other words, Bihar, which is a state that the government is trying very hard to woo, and Uttar Pradesh, another state which they are trying to have on their side, are two states that have really been given.
But vis-a-vis, if we ask, you know, NDA rule state or UPA rule states, can we make a distinction between the performance of the two states? Does it give that impression?
Well, no, that's not the sense one gets. If you just look at it, it is an across the board. In fact, the CAG has been politically correct in looking at all the performance of all the states. And remember, this is not the first time that this audit has been done. This is the second time. And the important thing is that the CAG is pointing out that despite an audit being done not very long ago, it was done in 2006 and 7. Despite that, nothing really much has come out of it. And therefore, there is a recommendation that the CAG has given. It says that there is a huge shortage of staff all across, whether it is at the ministry level or at the ground level, and these are some of the shortfalls that really have to be looked at. The manner in which these funds are audited, there should be a monthly auditing of these funds. These are some of the recommendations they have made. These were recommendations made in the last audit report also, but nothing much has moved on the ground.
But anything political significance or overtones you find that probably would be heard in Parliament? In the past, we have seen the CAG reports. We have been seeing ringing on the floor of the House in Parliament.
Well, for example, Haryana is one of the states that seem to have done very well in all parameters across the country for anything. But here, if you look at it, this report clearly says that, despite the passage of 7 years, there are certain rules that had to be notified, and once the rules are notified, can a scheme really take off? But surprisingly, Haryana is leading from the front, so is Maharashtra, Punjab, Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh. Some of the states are, of course, as you know, ruled by the Congress, 5 states, and they have not formulated the rules. Now, this is something that can be actually held against them. And then, there's something called the Gram Rozgar Sahayaks. These were supposed to be appointed in all the states. 4 states have not done it. So essentially, it's
which are the states which have not done it?
Well, of course, it is Arunachal, Kerala, Manipur, Tamil Nadu. So essentially, what the CAG is trying to say is that this is something across the board that you can see. And if it was the center that can be blamed, then so can the states, because the states have been equally shoddy in implementing.
So basically, it's apportioning the blame as far as the implementation.
Absolutely, absolutely. In fact, that's what it's saying. And the interesting thing is, for example, if there is one example here, it says that the ministry, that is the Rural Development Ministry, it relaxed all conditionalities and released a sum of over 1900 crore rupees. And this was done without even looking at what the rules were. So essentially, it is the ministry to be blamed, the states to be blamed, and not just the opposition rule states, but the Congress rule states as well.
Thank you very much, Meetu Jain, getting us first glimpse of the CAG report on the Rural Development Ministry on Manrega. Back to you, Ananya.
Sumit, the question therefore that I had to ask was, overall the sense is that this MNREGA scheme, the flagship scheme of the UPA government, has been underutilized.
One of the points which has been raised is that it has been underutilized, but since it is a holistic audit of this entire scheme, and the onus of implementation of this scheme is as much on the state governments as it is on the central government, because it is ultimately the state governments which have to, to an extent, fix the minimum wages also, the extent of work that is to be done, the amount of work has to be done, and what are the specific works which are to be done. Which is why, government at the initial level was a little worried about this. Probably it is a flagship program. If the blame is entirely put on the government, it doesn't show really well on the government in the election year. But yes, in the CAG, in this report, seems to have blamed the centre and the state government both as far as the loopholes in the scheme are concerned.